I deserve to know that the man I consider my father just saw me as some guilt trip charity case.
With one of their own in trouble, the team scrambles to find a solution before it's too late. Harvey undertakes a risky gambit to get the answers he seeks, and Brody turns to Stephanie after he stumbles upon some information involving his father, Lincoln. Hello, entertainment enthusiasts. This is Ray, and this is the Fandom Realm, and today I'm reviewing episode 10 of season 1 of Gotham Knights. As always, spoilers abound, so just be aware. I've got to say, last week's episode I thought was excellent. It looks like this episode is going to be pretty good as well, so I'm excited to take a look with you guys. And of course, before that, just to summarize real quickly what happened last week, the Knights actually are going to rescue Turner, but at what cost? One of the Knights' life is in danger, and Stephanie and Robin found the Electrum, but what are they to do with it? I'm just sort of leaving you a little dramatic there. But with that, let's take a look at this episode of Gotham Knights called Poison Pill.
Please, Fat Brat needs something to take the answer off. Come on, you potheads, where is it?
Okay, so they've got Turner back to the loft.
Geiger counter. I found it in the school's old bomb shelter. Tracks radiation.
And so he's going to be radioactive. That stuff makes him do that?
Because Turner is radioactive.
Oh, that's not a good start for the day.
He keeps him locked up. Of course I know what the combination is. It's my birthday.
Oh, so he's back. Ugh. Oh, he found Dad's stash.
I found a way to track Turner Hayes and his friends.
Not gonna be good for our boy.
Harv, it's me. You. The other you.
Okay, so he's figured some things out.
But right now, I think we need a little face-to-face, just like in the old days. Now,
Some people have mentioned that he's not really Two-Face.
you just aged out of it. I got pushed aside.
I'm not really understanding who else he would be.
For putting you in, well, let's call it a deep sleep.
The whole Harvey Dent character's not one I'm all that familiar with.
To engage with your unconscious. AKA, moi.
So I'm basically going with him being Two-Face.
So for the record, the number is 17 pills.
And that's what IMDb had said earlier in the year, so I'm sticking with that. So he's going to take all those pills and get knocked out so he can talk to himself.
Iodide tablets should keep the radiation from making us all sick.
Okay, so protect themselves. That's a good idea.
Radiation poisoning. I don't even know how we would cure that.
We can't.
But really, shouldn't they have already been showing some symptoms or something?
I'll settle for him waking up at all.
Harper's right, okay? Any doctor will just turn him into the GCPD.
If he is that radiation poisoned, I would have thought they would have been
Can't
affected.
just call your mom and say, hey, am I treating Gotham's most wanted?
Oh, he seems so innocent right there.
I'd take electron poisoning over being tortured by the court any day of the week.
I don't know. That's not maybe the best idea.
And yesterday, the court tried to convince me that that person was Bruce.
Oh, boy.
Turner. So sorry.
Oh, no. Okay. That's not good. All right, everybody. This first set of clips, basically just getting into it. We figure out that Lincoln's son, I can never remember his name, I will in a minute, he got into his stash of goods and found his Court of Owls mask and that lapel camera that Turner had been wearing. And so apparently he's going to get involved in all this now. We also find out that good old Turner has radiation poisoning because of the Electrum. And I wonder exactly how that works. I'm hoping they're going to explain that at some point in the last episodes here. And back to the letter. Goodness.
They don't say how it happened, just that Bruce felt responsible. I didn't believe it either.
I've got to think that it's some type of accident.
I deserve to know that the man I considered my father just saw me as some guilt-trip charity case.
Man, heartbroken. I love his acting. I know some of y'all don't like him, but
Just as long as you
I really
get to
do.
decide what you're protecting them from. Right, Robin?
ooh, now he's being a little bit bad boy.
Leave!
Hurt her feelings much, but he's dying, so I guess it's okay.
Problem isn't with him.
My problem is that you're still talking while I'm trying to save Turner's life.
And just the idea that he finds out now.
News? Radiation victims can live for weeks, even years after exposure.
Really makes all this problematic. So hopefully he'll think about
An
it
influx of new blood would reduce the radiation in his system until there was only a small amount of electrum left.
as he gets better, and maybe he'll go back and be nicer.
Blacked out eyes, and it almost looked like
An owl?
And they can also figure out exactly what happened, hopefully.
and I think my dad killed Cressida Clark.
Yeah, he did. You know he did, because you saw it.
Brody, I need to tell you the truth about who your dad really is.
Okay, Brody. Why can I not remember the name Brody?
Oh, God. You look terrible. Even more so than usual.
I've got to tell you, she's probably been the best part of this show.
Bruce used to get this for me when I was sick. How'd you know?
Well, that's a good question.
I didn't expect such bedside manner from a girl who sleeps with her switchblade.
Oh boy, these two.
The whole last meal thing was supposed to be a joke, but this is getting a lot worse.
Yeah, that's definitely getting worse.
What's your poison?
Okay, so we're back to Harvey and his alternate self here.
Kidding. You already swallowed yours.
I'm a little surprised he would take all his pills to do
How
that.
are we even talking? The question you should be asking is why?
And I think he does a really good job here.
Why are you here? To protect you.
Because Harvey Dent is a big wuss.
Night the beatings got so bad that he fractured more than just your arm. He fractured your psyche, Harv.
Okay, that explains some things. Okay, this section, basically here, a lot of things going on. First off, I just want to mention, I think it was important for them here to explain what happened to Harvey Dent, where he gets his basically split personality. Basically, father was abusive. They're going to talk more about that in a second. And, I think that was really needed in this. Also, man, the range of emotions when you go from Robin and Turner and then Duella and Turner and sort of that comparison, man, that was really good.
After that night, whenever your life got too tough, I'd tag you.
Okay, so split personality.
Take the wheel. So my missing time, that was you taking the wheel?
Well, that definitely makes sense.
What needs to be done? I do the things that you can't do.
Which is what a split personality usually does. Okay. As long as he does that with the coin, I'm sticking with Two-Face.
You only call me sis when you have something annoying to say. What is it?
Okay, so here we are, brother, sister, love.
Clearing our names and getting the hell out of Gotham.
I wish they'd keep calling front and center.
Quiz bowl. When this is over, she's going to go back to her life, and we will go back to ours.
The last few episodes, it's like they've sort of backtracked him a little.
Started to get sick with symptoms resembling radiation poisoning.
I don't know if it's something that they have done intentionally or not.
If Turner has the same sickness they did,
He only has 6 hours to live.
So they went back, and now they found this guy's research, and Turner is going to die.
Court's setting you up. Everything you think has been me has been...
Okay. That's interesting because I thought it was the court as well.
Harv, we didn't kill them. The court just wants you to think we did.
Or sorry, I thought it was meant to look like he had killed him, not the court.
Take out someone they perceive as a threat, and then they pin it on someone else.
And of course, the Court of Owls is just nasty.
Somehow, they found out about me, found out a way to bring me out.
They're just evil, and I love it. And it's because they could be anybody.
A few keys on the piano. Not a song.
And they don't necessarily have superpowers.
You hear those notes, and the switch flips.
Okay, I don't remember hearing those notes any when we've lost him.
And they let me out. I had a ringside seat to how they did it.
But it could have been basically off camera.
Let's unleash some of that big, dead energy.
Oh, that's a nice play on words there.
You don't really think Dad's death was an accident?
Aha.
That my dad is the leader of a secret murderous cult.
Yeah, get with it.
How am I even supposed to face him now?
You cannot let on that you know.
But he does, and he's going to help you.
Supposed to say, hey, Mom, Dad's the leader of a murderous cult. We need to go stay with Aunt Julie for a while.
And bad things are going to happen. Okay, so really the big thing here is that I want to just mention is the Harvey Dent and his situation and everything going on, that he is a split personality. We know that it was because of his father, so now we get the revelation that actually it was the split personality, we'll call him Two-Face, that was responsible for their father's death. Apparently he loosened the railings and he fell over and died, and it talks about it. I'm not sure if I put a clip in here or not, but he sort of let him die a very bad death.
I'm not gonna say anything, but the Electrum is going to kill you a lot faster than we thought.
Okay, of course she's going to be the one to say that.
That O-neg of yours, you will be dead in T-minus, let's see, 5 hours.
At this point, she seems a lot more in connection with him.
He found Turner's last lapel camera in his dad's stuff.
Wait, what? He has the footage from the Court of Owls party?
Okay, so Brody is really making a difference here.
Here are names.
Okay, hey, before we take our victory lap, can we please make sure that Turner is able to run it?
Good point.
Fat brat. Sure you trust me with a needle?
At least I know you don't mind the sight of
What
blood.
were they thinking of doing? Giving him blood there?
I'm about to clear my name just in time for it to appear in an obituary.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen. Oh boy. Oh boy. And that response wasn't great.
No, I just thought I'd feel different with you than with Brody.
Oh, and compared him to Brody. Friend zone.
He's never made me feel that spark either.
Okay, I'll take the win with that one.
Oh, well, I think we know who's going to make her feel the spark.
Red! Hey, I don't think we're gonna have time for that blood transfusion.
Police are coming. Court of Owls. All right, so they've got to find a way to get out of there. I'm going to say that's a lot of stuff to hide.
Never do that. Did you tell them that Turner's radioactive? Because the cops all brought hazmat suits.
This is probably my little negative here, is this is happens a little fast.
Have known what would happen to him, sent their GCPD goons to trace his radiation signature, and it led them here.
Happens a little fast, and you don't think the cops would have searched all that?
Going underground might throw their sensors off enough so that they can't trace it. Okay, what about the belfry?
Not quite sure that's 100% believable.
Let's get that door open.
Okay, so obviously the court told them where to look.
What the hell?
Holy cow, where did she find that at?
Mom, I need you to listen to me. You need to go pack a bag right now. We have to get out of Gotham.
Oh, Brody. Oh, Brody. Mm-mm.
And if we don't get out of here now, there's no telling what he's going to do to us.
Is this actually the same actor from earlier in the season?
Loose enough that when a man of about 190 pounds leans against it, it gives way.
All right, so back here to Harvey.
You killed my father. Our father, Harv.
Explaining the death of Dad, so we get to see that.
It is time for you to give me the keys.
Okay, so Harvey's able to control this, but Two-Face wants it.
Sweetie, I'm in the middle of rounds.
Mom, now this is life or death.
Oh, they took him to the hospital. That's dangerous.
Carrie, that's Turner Hayes. He's wanted for murder.
Holy cow, he looks bad there. Holy camoly. Okay. Now, this section, sort of the big thing here is going and having the police interrupt. They were talking about the blood transfusion for Turner. All of a sudden, the police show up. They have to get out of there. And the big thing here, and I mentioned it while it was going on, is I'm not sure how believable that little section is where the cops are coming in. I mean, they only have a couple minutes to hide everything, and the cops are going to come in and they're going to go through stuff. So maybe a little better writing there, but it's really rather negative. And then Brody's character.
There has to be a mistake. Your father is not a killer.
Yes, he is.
Boy, I'll tell you, I thought he was a better actor.
Some weird owl mask. He killed Cressida Clark for some messed up secret society.
I really did think he was better than this in the early episodes.
Okay. Let me get some things together.
Okay.
I mean, he sounds like an almost different actor.
Want justice. You want to burn it all down.
Okay, so starting to realize what's going on. And, of course, he doesn't want to give it up.
Close your eyes and ask me to come out to play. It's as simple as that.
You got to fight for control here, Harvey. And they're literally going to get into a fight.
To embrace everything that we can become.
Okay.
The only reason I exist is because you need me.
All right, so there's some anger here, some.
Okay, we got it, Mr. Dent. Are you okay?
Some question of who actually is going to win that there.
Cells are holding steady. The blood transfusion worked. And the remaining electrum can heal him.
Okay, so they are healing him.
But I promise you, I will take care of it all.
But I think her mom would have wanted to know what electrum was.
I don't need your protection.
Oh, goodness. That's the same exact reaction I had originally.
Just like your father.
Sort of gives me chills that a mom would stab her kid like that. Goodness.
Your father's not the one people should fear. I am.
Wow. I mean, we haven't seen her in any of this.
Are you okay? I heard the paramedics were called.
I mean, is that maybe why she feels okay to be with Harvey?
Everything looks good. Miraculously so.
All right. Now she's going to find out some things.
They are. But now you're an accessory. And you've made me an accessory.
You're her parent, of course.
We are not losing everything for a criminal.
Maybe. Maybe not.
I was Batman's sidekick. He called me Robin.
All right, Mom, what do you think about that? Okay, the big thing here is Brody. And Brody basically getting stabbed by Mom. And this is definitely not something I saw coming. And I like things like that, but, you know, couldn't they have done something a little different, I guess? I mean, and I'm not complaining about it, but, I mean, he really hasn't been that important of a character, and so it doesn't it doesn't mean a lot to me, to be quite honest. I mean, they could kill him. That's okay. It's not like killing Duell at this point, or Turner, or Cullen, or Harper, or Stephanie. Okay?
She do.
More like, what did your son do?
Oh, how's this going to go?
You didn't have to do this.
Oh, I would have liked a little more emotion, but you can see that look on his face.
If you weren't so careless, holding on to evidence, this could have been avoided.
That look on his face was sort of like, what the heck did she do?
Why are you still standing?
So now she knows Stephanie's involved.
And they might have hinted that the lead in those old bells were confusing their sensors, so they really should check the science lab.
Okay, and I guess she gave him a decent excuse why she was up there.
It's from Brody. His dad got to the evidence before he could.
Okay, so you're getting set up.
Brooding rich kids turned brooding vigilantes. Am I in the right section?
God, just love her and him and the way she reacts to him.
And you clearly can't tell when you're not wanted.
Not offended.
All right.
But I mean, if you're just gonna mope around like you're already dead, I'm starting to wonder why we even bothered.
This is the truth.
Building some twisted family with all you.
Aw, that's sweet.
Well, congratulations. You figured it out. Everybody's a liar.
Not everybody.
Oh, that grin. Boy, that's... Oh, my.
You're never afraid to show people who you are, even when it pisses them off.
Oh, you're just... There's flirting going on here.
Always Duella.
Oh, yeah, there you go, Duella. He didn't do it last time, so you do it. Oh, wow, we're doing this. Was not expecting that. Wow, in the school library, Turner. Come on now. Oh, are they going to make him into the new Talon? Oh, he's alive. They're going to make him into the Talon. That's got to be what he's being used for, is the Talon. You've got to think. Okay, this section, just quickly talking about it here. The big thing, the Duella and Turner chemistry's just been off the charts since basically episode 1. And you had to know this was coming. I'm a little surprised they didn't stay with the scene a little longer. But, you know, they're trying to keep this CW-ish. But, you know, they were flirting with each other there. I mean, that was something that was going to happen eventually, okay? Especially after he figured out that he's in the friend zone with Stephanie. All right? Now, with that, guys, that is the end of our recap portion. We're going to move into the review portion for me, and the review portion, I'm going to try to keep it rather light, rather short, because I have said a lot during the recap, and so I just want to hit a few big things here. The only real down on this episode, I've already mentioned it, were the cops showing up at the school. And the amount of time it took them to hide things and get Turner out. I mean, the cops would have come in, they'd have been in there in 2 minutes. And it made it seem like it was a lot longer, giving them extra time. So that's a little bit of a negative. Only real negative I really had in the episode. Some ups here. The whole Harvey conversation with himself, with Two-Face. I loved all that. Man, did Misha Collins do an awesome job portraying both of them there. Really gets into the character of both. And, I mean, it really shows the depth of his acting. And, you know, early in the season, we didn't get to see a lot of Harvey Dent, really, and his acting ability. But in this episode especially, the last few episodes especially, he has really come to the front as a main character here. So love that. I love, again, when the chemistry of the entire group. Turner's chemistry with especially Stephanie, and then Duella, of course, then the whole group. One thing I have missed, and I did mention this, it seems like Cullen has been sort of put on the back burner after being sort of the moral compass of the group for most of the season. I hope we get to see him back, sort of taking that role in the future. So that is something I would like to see, but overall, their chemistry is still awesome. That leads us into the most obvious scene that was ever going to happen in Gotham Knights, and that's Duella and Turner hooking up, or at least getting to the point of maybe hooking up. We don't know how the next episode's going to end. Maybe it never happens. But, it was going to happen. I was yelling for him to kiss her in, the last episode before he fell over. And so I like the two together. Their chemistry is awesome. Gotta love them. When we talk about our boy Brody and Brody's death and everything that happened, I'm okay with that. I'm not going to say it was a negative, but just the fact that she killed him, did she know they could revive him, or they were going to revive him? Are they going to use him for the new Talon, sort of what Dad was asking Turner to do, to become the new Talon? That might be something that they're able to do now. He is a swordsman, so it makes sense there. And it makes sense that a kid like Brody would have found things like gotten into his parents' safe. Kids always know parents' combinations and things like that, or they do a lot. And so they do things that parents don't know all the time. And so the whole Brody situation there I thought was very interesting, and sort of Mom's situation. And I wonder if the reason her husband Lincoln hasn't had more issues when he realized that, she's been sleeping with Harvey Dent, because maybe she is more the one in control there through the Court of Owls. I don't know. Is he actually the leader of the Court of Owls? That's a very interesting question, I think, to be answered in the future. And of course, the last thing I'm going to mention is it's Robin. And basically we go from Robin early on and having to tell Turner about basically the fact that Bruce Wayne felt like he was responsible for Turner's parents' death. I don't have a lot to say about that because I'm just waiting for an explanation. I'm hoping it's going to end up being something that is simple and Batman it was an accident, okay? And hopefully Turner's not going to take it as seriously. All the way to the end when she tells her mom that she is Robin and had worked with Batman. And, I like the character of Robin. I like her, but they don't focus all that much on her. And I like seeing her and her mom, because Mom is a very hardworking mom who's trying to provide a life for the family. And here's the kid putting that at risk. And so with all that going on, I thought those scenes were very interesting, and I enjoyed those scenes. Now, with that, as I've been saying, every time I say I'm not going to give a grade, I'm going to do grade ranges from now. And I'm going to give this episode a grade range of a B plus B. Okay, somewhere in that range. It wasn't perfect. I actually enjoyed the last episode a little more than this one, but I thought it was really good. I think these last episodes have been excellent compared to especially the first ones. They were setting the season early on. They were doing our background and everything, our world building, and so now they're getting into action and they're getting into moving the plot along, and I'm really enjoying what they're doing here. Now, with that, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I've really enjoyed Gotham Knights so far, and I think we have 2 or 3 episodes left. I think it's 3, and only problem is I think they're going to take a couple of breaks in that, so we'll see what happens. But I'm really into where we're at now in Gotham Knights, so please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 400 subscribers as quickly as possible, and along with that, make sure you hit that like button. Smash that like button and get us out there on the internet, and leave some comments. Okay, if you don't like Gotham Knights, leave some comments. Let's talk about it. I want to know why you don't like it, because it is very much splitting people. Okay, and with that, next week, at some point next week, we are going to start Heartstopper Season 1, and that's going to run in 8 weeks until Heartstopper Season 2 premieres on August the 3rd. All right, everybody. See you later. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time on the Fandom Realm.